Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Files. Today we are at the next topic all about exchanging and we have got the third example of the same. Today's lesson is about two things, what we try to do and why we exchange. So one, we exchange in order to get an open file or in order to control a file. These are although slightly different, but first we will see the exchange in order to create an open file. Second, we exchange in order to eliminate or remove the defender. I am going to use some examples today to show how this is actually applicable in the game. First, I will take a small opening case, then we will look at two examples. After the moves e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, bishop c4, white sacrifices the e4 pawn. And after the move nc3, white allows the exchange, although he is a pawn down, he goes for the exchange in order to recapture with the d pawn. This gives him an open file, and such cases we see in many openings. Here white is ahead in development, plus he has taken control of the semi-open d file. For detailed coverage of this line, you can check out my lessons 51 and 52. Now we will come across two more examples where we will see how tactics can be generated or how we can think during the game in order to seize the open file. I have observed that often the taking control of open file and eliminating the defender, these two concepts come together, and I have taken both examples to illustrate that. This is the position with white to play and win. Of course, it's a simple one. It's necessary to start with simple cases, then we will be seeing actual more complicated game examples. White sees that he is able to use the open file where the black king is present right now. But we see that the queen is defender of the bishop on e6, and to that end he just opens the file and he eliminates the defender at the same time. Bishop into e5, so that if d is taken, queen would be lost, and after bishop e5, black has to go queen e5, and when to use the file completely, white cannot do b6 because of the queen's presence here. Queen takes e6, so white first eliminates the defender, the queen which was protecting the bishop, and after the move d, he goes for the move bishop e6, and white gets a winning position using the very simple concept of creating the open file and eliminating the defender both at the same time. Let's look at one more example to understand this concept. Let's look at the next example now. We see that the black knight on h2 is bit stuck, and white is trying to exploit the fact that the knight on g2 is unable to escape. But to that end, if white goes with the move bishop f4 instantly, then knight into f3 allows decent complications. Of course, it's still good for white, but black will generate some play, especially after gf, bishop f4, knight f4, rook f3. So white goes by a simple tactical idea using the concepts which we have learned right now. He notices that the b8 bishop is defender of the knight on h2, and e into d5 allows the control of open file. So white uses both these ideas and gets rid of the b8 bishop. After the move ed5, cd5, white went with the move rook e8 check, forcing the rook to move away and give the e8 rook access to the b8 bishop. After e into d5, c into d5, of course bishop f4 here is somewhat better. Rook e8 check, rook e8, rook into e8, king h7, and now once he entered into the open file, now white is able to play the move rook b8 very easily. And after rook b8, king into h2, white was able to convert the game very easily because of the a and b passers. After rook c8, white can play bishop e3 and go to the square d4, and knight can join f4, and soon he will start pushing his a pawn and convert the game. Of course, both these examples were bit elementary, but it's very important to see easy example first before going into more complicated cases. I hope you are finding these lessons useful. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.